Hi, Nick Cott here for Case Study 12, Business Interruption and Underinsurance. A bit of background. George opens a new business venture, being fruit juices, starting up his first store and only requiring property insurance cover. George advises his broker that he does not require business interruption in the first year, as he does not believe it is viable in the new venture, and a business pack policy is taken out. As the business grows, he opens up another 3 kiosks in the next year, whereby his broker, Smithy, arranges an ISR policy due to the increase in declared values. And George now realizes he requires business interruption insurance. He advises Smithy he only requires cover for $30,000, as his only concern is at the main kiosk in the major shopping centre. His reasoning being is that as his business is in the middle of the centre, it would not be significantly affected should another store within the complex suffer a loss. His belief is that he could just move his business to the other location or vice versa and could continue to trade without any major financial loss, therefore just needing a nominal amount of business interruption to cover any small interruption at any of his locations. In the next few years, his business expands to 20 kiosks in the Perth Central District, with a turnover of $8 million and a gross profit return of $5 million, and advising his broker accordingly on renewal. But he still maintains his philosophy of only requiring a nominal business interruption cover and only increasing it to $50,000 in total. His broker understands his reasoning, but he can continue to trade elsewhere, as he has other locations to keep his business running, and any interruption would be minimal. Unfortunately, Perth suffers a major cyclone and flooding event, which leads to prevention of access to the major shopping centre for a period of time, with George had 2 stores set up, plus another 2 stores close by. The policy wording gave an allowance of being 80% of the co-insurance clause, which would be applied. Unfortunately, George was less than 80% correctly insured, and the insurer applied the co-insurance clause based on 80% of the actual gross profit, which meant there is essentially no claim. So what are the lessons learned here? This claim demonstrates that brokers must know the importance of how the co-insurance clause is applied, whereby you can't accept a nominal declared value to cover all locations without the co-insurance clause being applied, should the client sustain a loss. If the client wants to nominate certain locations only for business interruption, they can, but they must be made aware that they need to declare the correct values to avoid the co-insurance clause being applied. That's the end of Case Study 12 and the end of this series of cocktails. I hope you found them useful.